the lineup, I'm Megan McDonald. We are not done yet for fall sports. After winning the WAC title, going undefeated in conference play, New Mexico State has qualified to the NCAA tournament for the 8th time. All that action starts this weekend, and the Aggies are all set to play Pac-12 foe Stanford. New Mexico State didn't lose a single set in the WAC tournament and is looking to build. Senior outside hitter Gwen Murphy leads the Aggies, averaging 4 points per set on a .425 hitting percentage, but the Aggies have a stacked team with 4 other seniors leading. Now Stanford is number 8 going into this and is seeking its 7th NCAA title, so we'll see if the Aggies have what it takes to keep their season alive. And just like that, we transition over to our winter sports, both men's and women's basketball. Let's start with the guys. Only one team remains undefeated in the WAC. That's Grand Canyon under head coach Dan Marley. The Lopes are all set to take on Central Michigan and then number 24 Louisville in Cardinal territory. 5-0 heading into the weekend, the Lopes are averaging 81.2 points, 44 rebounds, and 7 steals per game, but have been home this whole time. As its first road test being Louisville, we'll really see what GCU is made of. The Cardinals are coming off a loss to number 3 Michigan State, so they'll be looking to rebound and put up some numbers on Grand Canyon. The Lopes are led by redshirt sophomore Joshua Braun. The guard is 54% from the field and 52% from downtown, averaging 17.6 points and 6.8 rebounds a game. Heading right on over to women's basketball, New Mexico State was undefeated just up until this week, dropping a really close one to Arizona 68-64, but the Aggies are still perfect at home and they're all set to host UTEP. New Mexico State averaging 75.3 points and 40.7 rebounds a game. Leading the Aggies is junior Brianna Freeman, shooting 56% from the field, averaging 12.3 points a game. The forward just won WAC Player of the Week, and it doesn't look like she's letting up anytime soon. But not so fast. UTEP is undefeated, coming off a 70-62 win over New Mexico. We'll see if the Aggies can rebound and get this win on their home court. Now, those aren't the only games going on this weekend within the conference, so let's take a look at other key matchups. Starting with the guys, Missouri-Kansas City, coming off 4 straight wins, take on Iowa this weekend. The Roos are led by preseason WAC Player of the Year Martez Harrison, averaging 17 points a game, and Lavelle Boyd not too far behind him with 14.6 points a game. We'll see if they can keep that winning streak alive against the Hawkeyes. New Mexico State travels up to Long Beach State. The Aggies are 5-2 heading into the weekend and coming off a big win over UTEP, 73-59. More big news for New Mexico State, Pascal Siakam having an incredible start to the season, averaging 26.4 points and 13.4 rebounds a game. Siakam getting better and better each week, dropped 24 points and 23 rebounds last night against UTEP. Check out what UTEP's head coach Tim Floyd had to say about the Cameroon native.
Credit to the Aggies who I think have got an NBA player in Siakam. I was in that league for 8 years. And he looks the part. He looks the part. Can play with it down on the post. He can drive it, put it on the floor. He goes back and rebounds it at a high level. The numbers that he's putting up are reminders of Michael Beasley at Kansas State, Kevin Durant when Durant was at Texas. I don't think we've seen numbers like this in the college game since. And they recognize that, and we recognize that going in the game. Problem was we couldn't do anything about it.
On the women's side, UTRGV takes on Oklahoma State after playing Incarnate Word. Junior Shantae Goff just passed the 1,000-point mark at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, becoming only the 7th player in program history to do so. The Vaqueros are 4-4 heading into the weekend, but OSU has received votes in the latest AP poll, so it will not be a walk in the park for the Vaqueros. Another big matchup, CSU Bakersfield travels to LA to take on number 24 UCLA. The Runners are used to tough teams this year as their schedule has not been easy. They'll be looking to rebound after dropping to Fresno State and Arizona State. We have a ton of action on the WAC Digital Network this weekend, so let's take a look at what you can watch from the comfort of your homes live on the WAC Digital Network. In men's basketball, that Grand Canyon Central Michigan game will be on the Digital Network, followed by Bakersfield hosting Northern Arizona and Utah Valley playing in-state rival Southern Utah. Seattle U also plays Mississippi Valley State. Over in women's basketball, 2 games. That's that New Mexico State UTEP game I mentioned earlier, and Chicago State plays Big 12 foe Kansas State, all live on the WAC Digital Network. All of those live games you can find at wacsports.com/live. For more information, check us out at wacsports.com or follow us on Twitter and Facebook.